So I've always dared to be different. Like you got to be different in order to stand out. People may not get it right away, but they'll eventually get it if you believe in what you're doing, and that's really my MO to this day. So when it came down to the label trying to explain to me what they expected out of me, I can't follow something that I don't think is going to make me feel right with myself. So either drop me off the label and I'll regroup and get on my feet, but I'd rather get cut off from money and everything else to keep my integrity alive, because eventually if you stand your ground, you're going to get yours. And I always stood my ground when it came to my music. I never, not even once, compromised. And that's the reason why I think I'm still here to do what I do.
I apply all those things that I wish I could buy as a consumer, because I have a consumer mentality. I always step outside of myself when I make something like, yo, would I buy this? And I literally act like I'm not me. Like, I don't sit there and go, yeah, I made that, you know it's hot. I think about the people that understand my music. I'm not trying to make people that don't understand it understand it. The ones that already have grown with me, I make it for them. You know, the ones that grew with me already and want more of what I've been doing, it's like, Nas is a good example. We wish we could keep getting the Illmatic back to back to back. You know, even not the same songs, but just that ruggedness. And we all grow as you get older, and as the money, starts pouring, you get richer and you get farther away from the streets on your lifestyle, and that's cool. But I don't think that should take away from you still being rugged and raw and hardcore, because rock groups are living in ultra mansions, and still when they come back on stage, hands hanging, they're making the guitar scream, because they still want to deliver what made them great, and that's the ruggedness.
What's the deal with you break record cats that's putting out all the original records that we sample from and snitching by putting us on the back of it saying that we use stuff? You know how that go. Stop doing that. Y'all are violating straight up and down. Word up, man. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all motherfuckers really don't know what this hip-hop's all about. So while y'all keep on faking the funk, we're gonna keep on walking through the darkness carrying our torches. Underground will live forever, baby. We just like roaches. Never dying, always living.
Yeah, I have a different attitude about it now. I mean, because, we got to respect the fact that these people created and put their blood, sweat, and tears into this music that we're taking and creating our own version and converting into a hip-hop type of record. And, we didn't understand the laws and all that back then, and we weren't getting sued. Then I started getting lawsuits. A lot of us, because, again, we didn't really look at it in the vein of the respect that these artists deserve that we sample from. Now I clear samples and stuff, even still to this day, even though it's a different era and we're independent now and stuff like that. But if it's on a level, if it's something that's chopped, like super diced up, I still just chop it. But if it's something that's either looped where I know, man, they're gonna know that, I'm gonna go ahead and get it clear. We just now have the respect of clearing it based off of they gave us those sounds, and the newer artists don't really make those sounds anymore, that dirty raw 70s soul, and that's what we were driven by, because that was our young music when I was a little youth, you know what I'm saying? A little youth.
That was my approach, was really just make another banger, which is always my intention on anything I do. So I remember when I laid it, I didn't have the dun 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 with the clavinet. I didn't have that. I only just had the dun 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 dun, and that was it. But when Adrian and I talked about this the other day at rehearsal. We hear things in our head before we make it, and then we look to get that idea put down, even if we don't literally have it down yet. We already kind of know what it's got to sound like. So that's what happened when I found the sample for Royce, and when I sent it to him and then got the lyrics that we got, I mean, it's crazy to this day. Besides Full Clip, that is the biggest record that when I throw it on at gigs that I do, just tears it down every time.
And we always take the paper, we stick it on the wall, and we leave it there until the album's done. I'll just cross off stuff. I'll be like, I'll work on Tons of Guns today. And he'll put little things. He'll say Tons of Guns, about the problem with guns and ammunition in our society. And I was like, okay, got it. Master Pill said our first single. Rhyming joints are just straight bragging about how nice you rap. So we always do rhyming joints, and that's what I've been calling them my whole career because of Guru. He always says, yo, I want this one to be a rhyming joint. I want this one to be about my girl. I want this one to be about society. I want this one to be about the war. So if it says rhyming joint, I approach it that way. But with Mass Appeal, he had making fun of radio, because we were just saying radio is watering down our stuff. So we were like, you know what? It always sounds like music in an elevator. Ding, 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 ding. You know, when you get on the elevator, it's like you can't make it out sometimes, but you just hear ding, 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 ding. And you're just kind of sitting there, just looking, waiting for you to get to your floor. So we were really making fun of radio, and that became our biggest radio record. You know, and to this day, it's one of my favorites ever. With Mass Appeal, we intended it to be a good single that would jump off hard to earn. And we've always been, me and Guru, God bless him, we've always been really, really focused on making good singles. And I think we've always been consistent with it every album. You know, all DJs co-sign it. That's all I need to know. DJ's like, yo, you always drop the right single, because I have a DJ mentality when I make records. Still, it's all DJ. You know, I don't think of nothing else outside of that box when I create, because we got to be like, woo, you know, like we got to have that woo feeling. Otherwise, it's not official. You know, so Mass Appeal, I just say, yo, we need to make a record that sounds like elevator music. So I was going da 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 da, you know, something like that. So when I heard the sample kind of have that melody, I was like, yo, that's it right there. Looped it up, Guru pinned it, because he likes to write on the spot. I make the beat on the spot. We just always had a good formula, man, all the time. Like,
I gotta tell y'all something about this Nas is like, this shit is crazy. The day I made this record, I was at my house in Long Island, and I found this old record that I was gonna throw away. It was a 10-inch record from a Lutheran church, and it was pink with a black fish on it. And I was gonna throw it in the garbage because it didn't look like it had anything hot on it. But something told me, before you throw it away, put it on the turntable, see if you can find something on it. And I found that sample of Nas' Like, and I broke it into 3 parts, scratched it live to the drum beat that I already had with the little chirping birds, and from there, Nas' Like was born, man. And I put the little Nas' Like from Nas' voice, from the acapella from when he said Nas is like an Afrocentric Asian, half man, half amazing, from It Ain't Hard to Tell. And I put that in there, and Nas heard it and was like, yo, that's gonna be the name of the song, Nas is Like. And that was my first single with him, and still one of the funkiest records I ever made. Nas is Like, y'all.
And the crazy thing is, when Casey and JoJo was who Guru wanted to get with, he said, I mean, when we got on the phone with Casey and JoJo, and the first thing they said to us was, yo, don't make a record where it's like a hit R&B joint that was popular and we just sing a hook to that. They said make a Gangstar track, and I was like, we were gonna do that anyway. But that's dope. That's how they want us to approach it, instead of saying, like say Do I Do, and which is a great record from Stevie, and then do a hook, which is all good. But again, they said make it just a straight Gangstar track original. As soon as we gave it to them, they were like, yo, wait to hear what we do to this, because they were out of town on so they couldn't come into New York at the time. But it was just so dope that they approached it the way. I remember we got on the phone when they went to the lab to start working on it. KC was like, yeah. So JoJo just came up with some ill lines for the hook, and then I'm going to just top it off with some of the. I'm gonna go Bobby Womack on them, and right there, I know what that means. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already excited. Like, I can't wait to see what they send back, and they sent back tons of other things. Like, what you hear on the record is what we chose to say this is what's going to fit in the arrangement, and to make it a short length. We could have done a 5-minute version or a 6-minute version, because they did so many other things. I might have to pull that up and look for other parts they didn't re-put it out. So when I heard the pieces that they did, because again, we didn't have Pro Tools then, so you had to just play the reel, keep rewinding, and then listen to other 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tracks of other things they did. And when I heard that JoJo Guru Premier break it down, I was like, that's how we're gonna end it, and just go right into the beat. And it just was the perfect ending. So Casey and JoJo helped us end it right. I always wanted to use that break from Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, because it's a live recording of them at one of their gigs, where Grandmaster Flash has this beatbox, and you can't program it. You have to manually do it. So that's what he's playing live on the recording that we have. Showbiz is the only person I ever heard use that on a skit on Runaway Slave. So when I heard him do the skit, I was like, man, the way you hooked that up for that skit it was actually right before the Big L record on that same album. So from there, you know, as producers and DJs, it's not a bite if you take the same drums or whatever and then freak it a different way, because that's part of the respect that we have for each other, especially when you're a dope producer like Showbiz. So it's a mutual thing. I might tell him, yo, man, there's a record that you did with such and such drums. I sure wish I could get that. And he'll be like, yo, here, take the original and flip it. That happened with J. Rue the Damager, Can't Stop the Prophet. He did it for Catch and Wreck. I like the way he programmed it. He gives it to me, same record, which I never had that record, and he gave me the original, and I did Can't Stop the Prophet. 2 different ways that we programmed it without being nothing similar to how we utilize the same sound. So when you know my Steez, that was my interpretation of taking that same drum sound that Flash played on the beatbox, then put my spin on it, combining the right sample to match that drum pattern, which I had already had programmed before the music came in. Guru, he likes to be counted in when it's time to spit the verse, so he's always, you know, just let me know when to come in and do the 1, 2, 3, 4. I couldn't make it there for the vocal day, and he knows if I'm not there, I do not want to record it that day. Let's cut it another day. He's like, nah, I got it. I think I know the spot. And I'm like, okay, just remember, you got to come in on this part. It's like the 1. And when I got back I had to go down south for the holiday. I come back the day to listen to it. It was before internet and just MP3. And this is, you know, either I FedEx you a CD or a cassette, or wait till I get back in town to hear it. Boom. He didn't come in on the 1. He came in on. It was a suspicious character stress, so he actually still had 2 more bars before he was supposed to come in. But the way he came in is the right way. After hearing it, I'm like, you know what? I have no argument there. I'll shut up on that.
And I think it's a wonderful day. And I woke up with my wise, the first of the month. And I'll be smoking, joking, rolling, buzzing, sipping on 40 ounces again. Come, we got to the fun rum. And all night we ride. I need the black to wear at night. I give up my partner to give me some J-So. Double up till it's what you need. We got you to get D.O.D. Fiend for the green beans. Give it up for the first and show, but it lay low. Cause the poor peak when they roll so low. Break if you can't get away, but the toast that yeah, yo, keep your bankroll. We're having a celebration. Let us stay high. You can better believe when it's time to grind. I'm down for mine. Crime after crime. From the creek to the bag, cause mom's got a grub on the grill. If we got the vote, you know it's the first of the one that my choose. We thugs for real.
Hiccup, and I seen that my sister was already J. She said I'm around and go get my stance. Watch I make sure no one snatches my check, and then that's the bill there. Sold to the mail and put it up in the mid pocket. So let me hit it and land it down. They give me a duck, I phone 10 nuggets. But ain't no bucket ride that read up. Hop on the 10 to the clip. Ready to get him up with him at thugs. And to catch that dub, man, I gotta get there. Player, holler. Say they got much to offer when I'm a peeps on 93. I'll open the clock for some dollars. So get up every day, I want a quarter round. Most all of my thugs just got the same, and we gonna roll it all up to smoke. Talking over the cheese, the hydro. We know what the cuts of the butt to the poke bow. Toss of the gig of the roll with a crown the same old. Running through the alley, get in the alley. Hop at the second of sundown, no front from January on down to December. I'm loving the first of the month.
It's the first of the month. Gotta grind, gotta get mine. In the hood that I claim and I slang on the double 9. Gotta find them dubs. Only got 40, can a thug get love? What's up? Come and thug in my corner. Beg of be a donor. St. Clair thugs don't like that. And selling them dummies, making that money come back. Automatic sell crack. From the first to the 15th, thug them up pretty cheap. But I gotta save, gotta come up. Put it all in the cub. Wanna get loaded, they want the stove. Grab a couple loads, style the road to the bag. Count out my profit and add it to the stash. Gotta watch my back, see you lay your head be out to rob me. Fools, but never no social, no losses. Don't be keeping these buzzers up off me. See, gotta serve a whole block. Spin a couple bills, run a lot of green on the first.
Waking up to the buzz up early in the morning. Stretching, I'm yawning. Lightweight bitch, chug a leg, take a fist to the dawn. It's night I gotta keep with my true, but it is the first so I'm getting me hustle on. Hop on the phone, calling up crazy phone. Wanna know, did your OG check come?
She put me down.
I'm hot on the bus with busy
let's get drunk.
and I'm coming with a bunch of that funk from Hump. Here I come, T, put me down. Oh God, how I love when it first come around. Now I'm freaking me black and mild. Only through time. Cause see, the first get celebrated. Rushing to the block cause I wanna get faded. Looking up wild cause I'm needing me hair braided. We heavy off into this game. Two to the first, just call me that pro slang. The records from the east to the west coast. Making that money all across the world, man. Ain't gonna say clear true. And I know the record late tonight, but I gotta make it live, so I asked the Lord to keep my homeboys high. We be coming up on ears all about making both. Wanna first get it fit, but don't flip. Getting live with the bump, those poetic hustlers in the graveyard ship. On the fire. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. So get up, get up, get up, get up, so get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. So get up, get up, get up, get up, so get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. So get up, get up, get up, get up, so get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up.
Freestyle flow to make the crowd just go. The old to the new to the old. The rhythm be working up on me, the crowd be jumping up on me. The people are waiting up on me to enter the stage in the rage. Mad lions out the cage. Now it's time for me to engage and bear witness. The lyrical fitness, the jumps, the dives, the leaps. Are you getting this? Next to step up, microphone check up. KRS-One, so come and get your wreck up.
Number 7 is the weapon with the goddess. I'm stepping lyrically, I'm never begging, you know. I'm the difference between Indo and oregano. Imagine how fresh I am now, made these lyrics up a year ago. So report back, it was fat, thick, all that quick. From that drop S hit, I'm lyrically physically fit. Catch me bugging on the mic every day and every night, every hour, every second minute. Don't stop, get it, yes, admit it. When I'm way up in it, you can't hide cause my radar's one. Bip, 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 bip. I reside in the watchtower, watching MCs land. Your career will be as short as my part, and who's the man? Goddamn, I'm the pinnacle, yes, the metaphysical. Come to you as the rap god of lyrical syllable. Fall to your knees, bring fruit, ask advice. Put your rhymes on the altar, burn them as a sacrifice. The aroma reaches up to my nostril, I get hostile. Your lyrics are stiff like David Copple. Yes, Premier rocks the track on time. KRS-One would off the top of the head bomb. Yeah, Fat Joe, you know you gotta flow. My man Dougie Fresh down with the one called KRS. We got the mad MCs up in the D&D. I'm out, G.
Yeah, motherfuckers know who's the best. If it ain't Fat Joe, then it must be Lord Finesse. Think not to show what you got, but don't crack this mic, the shit's too hot. I'm a born killer, nigga from the Bronx. Rappers talk shit, but there's really no pump. Bring it on if you think you can hang, and if not, then let me do my thing. Yeah, so Smith & Wesson, if you're down with me, represent one time on the MIC.
Mr. Ripper, get your gear and prepare for war.
Mr. Fixer, you ain't gotta tell me no more. It's what I see on the daily. Deals with reality, so come follow we on this journey.
Where the crooks dwell and the products overlooked. In the form of a street, you know them well.
Bet your ass this grass is greener
than the 20 sack of cents a meal.
Straight from Medina.
You know the vibe.
With Smith & Wesson twist up the time.
Peace of my people in the field.
Peace of my heads in the style.
We do or die to test your stamina. So any challenger, we pass a motherfucker off to the damage.
Dirty. Super scientifical madness. My status is the baddest every time I bless the apparatus. You wish to take me out,
so you study. Meanwhile, my clothes, mics, and foes are left bloody, cruddy, filthy from the ground on up. When I plan my attack, I doubt that you're ready. Rain on competition like razor sharp confetti. Kung fu techniques from the perverted monastery. Sifu rude manipulates the microphone, and rhymes like bullets penetrate your zone. See, we bring more drama than Kevin Costner. No, I'm not Jamaican, but yes, I'm a Rasta. And we about to bounce like a bad check, as my man Mr. Dave would say, from the D&D All-Stars. Hey. Lights, track boards and fat mics, 950s, SB12s, MP60s. Shit is thumping, eardrums pumping. The shit is type hype, but the sample is tight, right? Bite this one and leave teethless. Never sweat that, cause I'm a cool cat, just like Heathcliff. Beat this, give up the loot. It's 94 and bitch ass niggas, yeah, they still get the boot. The North Flakes, cause I be flowing in all states. Show kept digging and digging, now he got more crates. That's right, nigga, roll that dime. And I'm the only living matter that controls my mind. Peace to every single rapper on this whole earth. Sellouts got no worth, I think they better go soul search. Now here I go again, ready to flow again. And if the coast ain't clear, hell yeah, I'm still going in. Get it together or you'll be laying on a stretcher. I betcha I'ma get ya, the #1 heart stressor. Sorry black, that's right, it's a cardiac arrest. Try to triple team the best, then where's party at? Lost to no one, a warrior like Shogun. And when the show's done, stacks and stacks is how the hoes come. I boost your feeling, confidence to the ceiling. If I'm sick, I'll pick a chick for sexual healings. I'm unique, a freak like Malik. In the twilights with more highlights than Dominique. Around my boys is where the jail stops. Up to the streets, the jeeps, my peeps in the cell blocks. I'm not the best, but I give you stress. To flatter me, your strategy gotta be more complex than chess. Stop bluffing, cause you ain't saying nothing, G. And start ducking, I'm the A to the fucking G. Last LP, we got down right. Showed all these corny motherfuckers what hip hop's supposed to sound like. CAG and a brother show. Quiet is kept, it's best that you step on the low. I'm fast to get the cash, now I'm going like the past. What's the remedy? Suckers better get their own identity. And to the enemy, you better roll like it's enemy. Fake lords, they get strangled with mic cord. Taking beats from my LP for sure ain't healthy. Patterson Projects is where I rest. But I claim the whole planet cause it's mine, goddammit, I'm God. Quick to pull a fake brother card. Wreck Boston, running shit in Portland like Rod. It's hard to face defeat when you're raised in the street. No surrendering, no retreat. Now dance with the devil, no not hardly. Even though I'm mamba like La Bamba and smoke ganja like Bob Marley. A bag of cess puts me at my rest. You say you're silly, that's my theory. Get the Philly and let it rest.
my next number, I'd like to return to the
classic. Time.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been.
I rock him, the fiend of a microphone. Yeah, is y'all ready for 2007? It's now another drought. Everybody's a killer. Wow, we bugging out. Since 86, showing the crowd what I'm about. And they still wanna know when the album coming out. Ask the teenagers, OGs, and ask the kids what their definition of classic is. Timeless, so age don't count in the booth. When your flow stays submerged in the fountain of youth. Ain't no doubt in the truth, I'm off the meters. Everybody co-sign it, even non-believers. Since I came in the door, became one of y'all's leaders. In the fresh pair of Air Force One sneakers. Uptowns, we call them uppies when they on divas. Probably one with KRS-One teachers. Nas made you look before the heaters. I bet you Khan had them on when he walked with Jesus. Jesus classic.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been. Time. I'm everywhere you never been, and better than I ever been. Classic.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been.
I'd like to return to the classic.
You can't buy this. Super flyness, like a shyness. Your highness is performing. Look how long the line is. That's what happened. You make shit that's timeless. That's what happened. These rappers is the pioneers. What do it take to be a legend like Nas is? Not so novice. I'm so polished. I got a right to be a little bit snobbish. I did a little bit of college semesters. It took 2 like Rob Bass to let me figure out this wasn't my place. The beat's slow till you listen to my pace. Cause I be killing shit, but that's evident. And y'all feeling it, but I expected it. If it's classic, it's gon' last forever. Then I'm everywhere you never been, and better than I ever been. Classic.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been. Time. I'm everywhere you never been, and better than I ever been. Classic.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been.
Hold the fort down, represent to the fullest. Nas, I rock well.
Perseverance. See the fake hustler rapper, to them it hurts to hear this. Oh, you went platinum, yeah, that's nice. Now let me see you do the same thing twice. 3 times, 4 times, then a couple of more times. Please, your amateur night, it's showtime. It's one life to live, so live it the best you can. The world could use one less man. Not enough air, not enough car factories to manufacture new vehicles, sedans, and vans. When they do make the whip, you like your chips ain't right. By the time you could afford it, the car ain't important. In the streets, it's just iron. Cops keep firing in my environment. Leaving your slump, then they drive home far from the hood. Brothers, they eager to jump on. I like to be the wall that they toast up on. I like to see them fall, guilty for doing wrong. I'm classic like the Air Ones, the hustler shoe. That's what I'm accustomed to. Yeah, classic.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been. Time. I'm everywhere you never been, and better than I ever been. Classic.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been.
Of course, we have Blastmaster KRS-One. How many y'all got criminal minded? You, y'all, don't be blinded. Me, I got no jewels on my neck. Why? I don't need them. I got your respect. KRS-One, 20 years I rock. I do it for JMJ and Scott La Rock. This hip-hop, and we's a nation. Don't you wanna hear more KRS on your radio station? Instead of broadcasting how we smoke them trees on the radio, we need to hear more local MCs. Where you at? Come on, where you at? This is the difference between MCing and rap. Rappers spit rhymes that are mostly illegal. MCs spit rhymes to uplift their people. Peace, love, unity, having fun. These are the lyrics of KRS-One.
Classic.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been. Time. I'm everywhere you never been, and better than I ever been. Classic.
Live straight classic.
Force ones, keep it poppin'. Classic.
If producers can buy sample packs, then why can't rappers buy beat packs? Well, now you can, because if you're an MC or a rapper who's really got bars like that, you need to get the Boom Bap Beat Pack. I know some of y'all listen to these beats that are in the background of my videos, and y'all be like, that joint is fire. Like, what beat is that? Well, those are some of the beats that are on this pack.
It's got 10 royalty-free beats that you can use for songs, YouTube videos, or whatever you want. You could get unlimited streams, unlimited radio plays. It doesn't matter. All you gotta do is pay once and they're yours to keep. So if you realize how great of a deal this is and you want in, click the link in the description or the pinned comment below.
When I say B.I., you say G. D.I.G. When I say rest in, you say peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Say Biggie. Say Biggie.
Just the fact that we did Unbelievable, I did it for $5,000, and at that time I was making like 30 grand a track, which back in '95 was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, man, you know, I did that on the love for Big because I moved out of the Bronx back to Brooklyn. I lived on Washington Avenue between Lafayette and Green, and we used to drink 40s back then. So I used to go get my old gold on Fulton and Washington, and Big and them used to always be out there. Him, Nino, Chico, D-Rock, Gutter, Kim. I remember Lil Dap used to always be like trying to push up on Kim. Yeah, come here, Kim, come here. I want to get up with you. Yeah. All that stuff. And she was all like, Dad, yeah, you silly, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Big was just saying, man, it's Junior Mafia, that's going to be my crew. So, long story short, after everything popped off with the you know, my first gold single, which was, you know, the B-side to Juicy, but, you know, it was my first gold single, which was a big deal because I never get the single side. My song's always the joints on the album, you know what I'm saying? Right. And so when it came down to that, you know, I remember the day Big called me and said, yo, we got a gold single. I was all happy. I said, you know, I'm going to charge you next time.
At that time, I was making a nice amount of money for production, okay? Let me just put it like this way. Anything under 10 grand, I was not doing the job, okay? Biggie called me in a frantic panic on the phone and was like, yo, I got one more song I need for my album and I'm done. I gotta get a song for you. And I said, yo, I don't have time really to do it, Big. And he's like, come on, man, all I got is $5,000. And I was like, come on, Big, I don't do it for no 5 G's. And he's like, please. He said, I don't care if you just take M-Piece of President and play some silly little notes on a beat. I was like, you serious? He said, yeah, please. I said, all right, meet me at D&D. Came to D&D. I didn't really like the beat that much. No. It was the little notes were kind of happy, and Big had played me his whole album, and it was hard, you know. Things done changed, and you know, the What with Meth, and the original Come On Motherfuckers with Sadat X, and the Lord Finesse version. And Puffy didn't like it. I remember Finesse was like, you don't know shit about hip hop. At the end of the day, I told Big to come up, and I was playing those little stabs, and I just thought it was just a little too nice for the way his voice sounded. And he walked in and just sat. He likes to sit across from you and stare at you and watch you do your thing. And he was like, yo, kind of make them just juggle around and do something, you know, like, he said, I see what you're saying, like it's a little song, but kind of juggle them around. So that's when I started going, dun, 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 and doing all that, and he was like, yeah, like that, now do some more with that, like flip it around. So that's when I started going crazy, and he was like, yo, just like that, I'm ready. And he just walked in the booth and laid it, no paper, no nothing.
Even on Unbelievable, the first record we ever did together, he says, damaging MCs, oxygen they can't breathe, mad tricks up the sleeve, wear the boxers so my dick can breathe. Like you get it. You boxers don't hug your body, your genitalia can breathe, and you get it, and you know, it's just his wordplay is always on the money.
The R. Kelly record became a part of Unbelievable because Big was on his way out after he had already cut his vocals, which he didn't write. He was like drawing little stickmen and stuff, and I'm just like, you know, when's he gonna write? And hours had passed, and you know, I'm paying for the session, so I'm just like, you know, when's he gonna do it? And then I finally was like, yo, man, it's getting a little late. You gonna come back a different day? And he's like, no, I'm ready. And I'm like, we ain't writing nothing. He goes, no, I got it up here. And he goes in and just goes live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one, representing BK to the fullest. We're like, okay. And he did it all in one take.
Kicking the Door has a very special place in my heart because I got Life After Death not too long after Biggie was assassinated. That's right, I didn't stutter. Biggie was assassinated. As a 15-year-old, I was already a fan of Premier's production, so this was a song I played over and over and over again, and it's the reason I can recite the whole song from memory to this day.
I would love to be a fly in the wall. That session had to be awkward as hell, man.
Yeah, it was a crazy session, man. That was a crazy session because you know, me and J. Rue had worked on a record on his second album, Wrath of the Math, called One Day, and we were talking about well, even though he wrote it, I still backed him on it, and I still stand by that record. J. Rue wanted to paint a picture of how he saw hip hop at that particular moment. So I remember even when I spoke to Big about it, he was like, yeah, but he got to be talking about me because he said he had a Versace suit on. I was like, no, the quote unquote uniform of that era when it started to shift was Versace and all the shades and all that, and we weren't with it. Now, if that's what you rock, cool. But we're talking about how we see hip-hop right now from how it used to be when we really enjoyed it. So we're just giving a perspective of how we viewed it.
When you hear, how in tune are you with the lyrics that the rappers are laying in the booth? Like when Biggie said, son, I'm surprised you run with them. Yeah, he's sitting there talking to you.
Stop the tape.
He's sitting, son, I'm surprised you run with them.
That day, I purposely went by myself to see if there was going to be any funny friction because J. Rue's my artist. He's down with Gangstar, but we also cool with Big, and like we got love for him. I remember Puff even said, yeah, we coming after J. Rue the Damager too, and I took a stance on that and said, look, if y'all got a problem, y'all can see me because I'm here and I'm down with him, and if y'all want to set it off on me. I would never play both sides like that. To be, you know, some sucker nigga or anything like that with anybody. That's not my nature and that's not my style now. But, you know, if anybody got something to say, say it. And I told it, and it was like about 20 guys in there. I was by myself and I said, anybody got something to say, say it. And, you know, Puff, you know, said, man, we just fucking with you, whatever. But I just still had to keep my guard up because I knew, again, this is hip hop. I know the mentality. And then on top of that, I didn't know how many people are going to look at me funny thinking that I'm playing both sides, which I wasn't. So when he said that, I stopped the tape. I said, yo, you trying to be funny? And Big's like, yo, I told you I got to say something about the situation. And I was like, yo, so you going to say it on my record? I said, you know what?
Hell yeah.
I said, go ahead and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I gave him that window, but I still checked him on it. And Puff and them were there as a witness. I wouldn't make that up. You know, Gutter was there, D-Rock, everybody was there. Jay Black was there. And he got dishonored.
Snatch up Jay Black.
Yeah, he was there. When he walked in, I actually laughed because you know, off record, I'll tell you why that situation even happened. Because J. Rue and Jay Black were cool with each other at the time. It was just a messed up situation that again, off record, I'll tell you. And when you hear it, it makes total sense. It makes total sense to why he said that line. And then I remember Foxy Brown was really upset. And then she was with Jay-Z a lot, so a lot of times that, but Jay was cool with everybody, so if he sees J. Rue standing by at a party and he's kicking it with her, she would be like trying to wait for the right time to intervene, but all he said about her was she had fake alligator boots on. It wasn't much, but during that time, it was really, really, really a deep time of hip hop when all that was going down. But I'm very, very honest with making my statements blunt and clear to anybody, and I will continue to do that.
This next song is dedicated to the memory and the legacy of the notorious B.I.G.
It's the 10 crack commandments. Wow.
If if it just sounds like it's the atmosphere of what I kind of hear in my head, I'll start playing with it, see if it, and I'll do a DJ DJ style. I'll start, just trying to pop it in. I got a tempo, pop it. Ooh, okay, bro. Just boom.
Well, I'm assuming that's how you came up with 10 Crack Commandments, then, right?
Yeah, I was on the first, almost like the Grand Wizard Theodore story. I was on the phone,
right,
holding the record,
right,
and I'm talking like this, standing there like this. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what how the sample plays on the whole record. And I'm just going, but I have the drums going boom, yeah, and I'm going and okay, all right, yeah, because how DJs we can hear two ears.
We'll hear two things at the same time.
I can talk to Just right now and go, yo, you see the game yesterday? That shit was fly, man. Word, yo, pick a pan, yo. So what time are you leaving tomorrow?
Right. Hold up.
We can totally separate two different things.
Now go back to 10 Crack Commandments. Were you making that beat for Biggie, or you just making
I was making it for Angie Martinez.
So you mean to tell me that 10 Crack Commandments was initially made for Angie Martinez?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was from Angie. You know what I'm saying? Like, J. Ruth Damager was super blazing with everything he was dropping at the time.
Right.
And Angie was new to Hot 97, and she was like the fan favorite of that station, like big time.
She's like the darling at the time.
All of us tuned in to her. And so, shout out to Ange.
She had that voice.
This wasn't for her to spit. This was before she was making records.
Okay.
This is just her, the personality. No one had better promo beats and rhymes than Angie's show. She had a show called the Hot 5 at 9.
Right.
Top five records. No, Hot 5 at 9.
Hot 5 at 9.
It was the top 5 records at 9 o'clock, and she would count them down. So everybody had a dope Hot 5 at 9 promo. Pun, Beating Us, Gangstar, you name it. Everybody was doing it. And, J. Rue was also popping to where it wasn't where she said, yo, give me a promo. Everybody was like, yo, let's make a promo for Angie. That's how poppin' she had it going on with getting dope drops.
Right.
So we were like, we gotta make a funky one, and we made that. And the reason why you hear the scratches once Biggie got it for 10 Crack Commandments, if you listen to the scratch at the beginning and at the end of the song, I'm only cutting to 5 because it's 5 records.
Right.
And then at the very end of the song, it goes 6, 7, 8, 9. There was never a 10. You know what I'm saying? You even notice the 10 on Biggie's is from 10, like a different voice.
Right.
It was always just going to 9 because I knew DJs would get it that I'm doing the hot 5 to 9, you know what I'm saying? Even before the beat drop, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, drop.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't intended to go to 10, because she's not the hot 5 and 10. She's the hot 5 and 9.
So did that actually play on air?
Yeah, all the time. And Puffy and Big heard that one day when they were the guests on her show, because she always had the dope artists on her show. And it's like, again, everybody wanted to be on Angie's show. So that day they were up there. Shout out to my man Danny. I remember he called me and was like, yo, Puffy's telling you to call him on Hot 97. I'm like, what? This is when we had beepers. You know what I'm saying? So
no cell
my
phones.
page is going off, and I had a cell.
Okay.
But since 1990, I've had a call phones.
Okay.
I mean, it was good. That was good hip hop days. Yeah, man. So the page goes off. He's telling me call Puff because he's trying to reach you, and I'm still driving and I'm listening to the interview, but no one's saying anything like, hey, Premier, get at me. So I'm kind of just figuring maybe they heard wrong or whatever. Right when I'm getting ready to turn the volume down, I hear him go, yo, Premier, if you out there, call me.
On the radio?
Yeah, and I called him.
Hot 97?
Yeah, he goes, yo, that promo, because Angie had played the promo before they, just like, you have an intro.
Right.
That was a promo for that particular day.
That's crazy.
And Puff was the guest, so when he heard that, when I got on the phone with him, he said, yo, we want that beat, and I was like, you and J. Rue kind of have a little problem at the time.
Right.
He's like, he said, well, just see if he's down to let it slide. I called Rue. Rue was like, yo, this is exactly what J. Rue said. Yo, it's hip hop.
Every time you make a beat, do you always have to resample the drums, or do you have the drum sampled already the way you want it?
It depends on how it sounds,
No, I'm saying, do you go back to the record each time you make a beat? Just sample the kicks and snares?
Use them again?
No, I'm saying, do you have just the drums on a disc, so you don't have to go back to the record each time and sample?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering.
Yeah.
I thought you was about to tell me, no, Mark, I go back to the record each time.
I go back to that, like, I did 3 records back to back, a Nas record, a Sauce Money record, and a Jay-Z record, all same kick and snare, and they all sounded different.
Right.
All sounded different when they came out, and no nobody was like, oh, it's the same kick, same snare.
Right.
Yeah, it's probably.
But no, to me, I can kind of tell it's your track to me.
But
because there's only one track that I know that
I'll tell you this.
Bloom, bloom, bloom with the water.
Come clean.
Right. Okay, I knew that was Funk Incorporated. Yeah. Besides that, I don't know where you get your snares from.
But with the drums, I always just name it kick snare. I don't have I don't call it Larry drums or Sammy kick or everything says kick snare.
Well, that's better than tone 1 and tone 2.
But if it's on that disc, I know what. I remember what drum were. Or if I forgot, I still will know close enough that they can be used again.
Right.
And lately, I've been looking for a whole bunch of different ones because I know I'm going to eventually go back to a lot of the classic ones I used in the '90s. I haven't been using in a long time. So that's just the scientific part of being different, and I think DJing has a lot to do with that. If I wasn't a DJ, I don't think I'd be that deep. But we're DJs, so we gravitate to records a whole different way because we're the ones that play it. We're the ones that set the tone. So that's why I'm glad I DJ, man.